Hi guys, iMAT here, and today we have one of the products we all wanted to see. In this video, I have the Vwar S7 Ultra 4G, which is a Samsung Watch Ultra replica which comes with Android operating system, a SIM card support. In this video, we're gonna be talking about everything in this watch. Before we start, let's take a look at the contents in the box. So we get the smartwatch, a 2-pin magnetic charger, ocean straps, SIM card ejector tool, a hard case, and a screen protector. Before we move further in the video, if you are new to the channel, a subscribe would be highly appreciated, and if you want to stay updated on the upcoming videos, make sure to turn on the notifications. So first of all, if you look at the smartwatch, it looks exactly like the Samsung Watch Ultra, and the good thing is that it is also compatible with the Samsung Watch Ultra case, and as you can see here, it fits it perfectly. On the top we have a metallic bezel, but the side of the body is made of plastic. We have an AMOLED display on the front, because of which the overall colors are really good. I really like the saturation level as well as the smoothness of the display, and the transition speed and everything in the smartwatch is really smooth. If you take a look at the back side, we have the strap looks like the Samsung Watch Ultra, and the good thing is that it is compatible with the Samsung Watch Ultra straps, and the strap locks also work absolutely fine, and the straps won't come out until you press this button and then get the straps out. Here's how the watch looks on the wrist. It's looking exactly like the Samsung Watch Ultra. What is your opinion on it? Let me know in the comments. The smartwatch also comes with the NFC chip inside it and can also be used as an NFC tag. And not just that, it can also be used to unlock the doors. After that, on the left side, the lower speaker hole is actually not a speaker hole, and it's a SIM tray. So the Vwar S7 Ultra 4G comes with 4G connectivity, although when we turn on the smartwatch, it shows 5G network. According to the advertised values, the SIM network works in Asia, Europe as well as in America, so it can be used globally. After inserting the SIM card, I would recommend you to restart the smartwatch. After that, the SIM network will start to work. After restarting, it's going to detect the network, and even after inserting the SIM card, it shows 5G here. So with the SIM network, you can enable mobile data on it. You can access the menu and go to the phone tab, and here you dial any number directly from the smartwatch. And you can also receive calls directly on the SIM network you have added. And you can also receive text messages on it. The notifications are not limited to the SIM network and the applications you have in the smartwatch. The new Vwar S7 Ultra 4G comes with Bluetooth Assistant, where you can scroll down and go to download app and scan this QR code to download the application, and then use the bind QR code to bind it with the smartphone application. For iOS, it is using HiSport Pro application. I've already connected with it. Although it does not allow a lot of customizations like a Bluetooth smartwatch, we only have the option to sync the contacts or to use the find device option to find the smartwatch. But the real benefit of it is that you can receive the Bluetooth notifications on the smartwatch, and since it's an Android watch, it also supports all of the emojis, but it does not allow much scrolling. And you can also check the notifications later in the notification center, although at the moment it does not allow receiving Bluetooth calls. After that, on the right side, as advertised, it comes with a 190-degree rotating camera, and they've also mentioned that it's a 4 megapixel camera. You can click pictures or record video on it. If I move it towards my face, it is not adding extra exposure on my face because of the light at the back, and it can actually be used for video calling also using WhatsApp or other chatting applications. So let's go to the album and check out the microphone and the speaker quality. If I move it towards my face, it is not adding extra exposure on my face because of the microphone as well as the speaker quality is really good, and I'm totally satisfied with the quality. That's not the only advantage of the camera. You can also use it for face unlock. So let me set it up. So my face has been unrolled. Now I'm gonna go back and lock the display. So let's turn on the display, and now let's unlock it. So the face unlock speed is also really good. Now instead of a lock screen display here, we have the watch face on the front, and you can swipe like this to go to the unlock screen. So even if it is locked, whenever you raise your wrist to see the time, you can look at the watch face instead of the lock screen. Other than the cellular data, it also comes with the Wi-Fi option. I really like the Wi-Fi strength compared to the other models I reviewed. I was able to install many applications using it. And other than that, using the mobile data option, you can also use personal hotspot on it. It allows Wi-Fi hotspot as well as Bluetooth tethering. Other than that, you can also use the Bluetooth and connect with your wireless earphones, just like your smartphone. The smartwatch runs Android, although in the settings it does not show the Android version. Supposedly it runs Android version 8, as most of the smartwatches with this UI are running Android 8. It comes with 32GB of storage capacity and 3GB of RAM. The CPU Z application also confirms it, and according to that, the RAM is quite good and the smartwatch is really smooth to use. As you can see, the app opening and quitting, everything is quite fast. I've also tried using browser on it and everything worked quite quickly, and as you saw that even the loading in the browser was quite quick. To take advantage of the 32GB of storage, you can do many things inside it. First of all, as I showed you earlier, you can store many pictures or click many pictures and store videos inside it. Then you can also download music from the internet or connect it with your Mac or PC using the 2-pin charger and transfer files inside it. Then you can listen to the songs directly on it, and using the Bluetooth connection you can also connect it with your wireless earphones and listen to the songs on the earbuds. Then you can store videos inside it, and as I showed you earlier, the microphone and the speaker quality is really good. You can also record sound on it. It also comes with its own app market, using which you can install some of the mainly used applications directly on the smartwatch. And not just that, it also comes with the Android Play Store, which unlocks many possibilities, and you can install almost all of the mainly used applications on it. I've installed many of them like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Gmail, WhatsApp Business, Spotify, and many applications like this. The Android applications are working quite well on it. For example, here we have YouTube, and as you can see here that it is working quite well. If you're facing this issue that the UI is not fitting perfectly, you can access the control center. Here, swipe to the next page and tap on switch. Then it will change the view of the application to square, so you can access all 4 corners of the applications. It also comes with built-in GPS inside it, and you can also use Google Maps on it. And the GPS is working quite well for me. As you can see that it is able to detect my location, so while driving it makes it quite easier to follow the paths, as you can get voice feedbacks and the directions directly on your wrist. Now let's talk a bit about the theme. So the overall theme is a mixture of a smartphone and a smartwatch. From top to bottom we have the notification center plus control center. If you swipe from left to right, you can access the dial pad, and from right to left we have quick access applications. If you talk about the menu, we get different menu styles here. We have the curved list view here. You can go to the style settings. Here we have different themes available. There are 2 icon styles given here, and after that we have style, which shows different menu styles here. I prefer to stay with the curved list, and in the end you can also change the wallpaper at the back of the menus. Again, I prefer to have the black menu background. Then you can double click this upper key to access the app history here, and here we get a lot of built-in watch faces inside it, most of them copying the Samsung Watch Ultra. This is my favorite one with a compass on it. Other than that, we again have many great watch faces inside it, and if you wish to install more watch faces in the smartwatch, you can go all the way to the right, and here we have the dial market. So yeah, other than the built-in watch faces, you can also install many watch faces inside it, and since it's an Android watch, so you can install as many watch faces as you want. If you go to the custom section, it will show us the watch faces which have the edit option. For example, if you choose this one, after tapping on apply, you can tap and hold and then tap on this edit button to change the background. For example, if I tap on choose picture, I can select this picture and then set it as a custom watch face. I can also press and hold, tap on this edit button and tap on clear background, and it will change it to the default background. And if you talk about the screen time, then the maximum screen time in the smartwatch is 30 minutes, and after 30 minutes of inactivity the display is going to turn off. Unfortunately, since it's an Android watch and it's going to drain a lot of battery, so it does not come with the always on display option for the watch face, and it also does not have the screen of dial option, and when the screen time ends it will simply turn off the display. Talking about the gestures, we have the raise to wake option to wake up the display, and it also comes with the palm gesture to turn off the display. If you take a look at the health related applications, then the smartwatch comes with heart rate and blood oxygen level checker. If I use the blood oxygen level checker, it uses red lights with the green lights, which makes me believe that it might have real sensors since the blood oxygen level checker uses red lights. If you use the heart rate checker on the table, it's going to show values, and if you use it with a silicone case at the back, it gives the error that please wear the watch, which means that it does have wear detection, but it is not good enough and not 100% accurate, and sometimes it can confuse other objects to be your skin. So let's compare it with the Oximeter. To check the heart rate value, this is where you should be wearing your smartwatch at a 2-finger distance from your wrist bone. So let's try it out. The values shown on the smartwatch are quite similar with the Oximeter, It's going higher when it goes higher on the oximeter, which makes me believe that the sensors are real, but since the wear detection does not work 100% accurately, so when it confuses an object with your skin, it starts to show random values. Although if you have a serious condition, I would not recommend you to use these smartwatches to get the perfect values. I will always recommend you to go with the real health gadgets like the oximeter, the blood pressure checker, or get the real branded smartwatches like Apple or Samsung, or some great rugged bands like Cospet and Kumi. If you are interested, you can find the links of those smartwatches in the description box below. It also includes a few sport modes inside it, so let's go ahead and test it out. Before starting the test, my iPhone is showing 1054 steps for the day, so let's do a quick test. So I'm back now. First of all, let's end the workout. I'm gonna take it off. Here is my iPhone. Let's go ahead and open the health application. And now if we go here, it is now showing 1146 steps and it has recorded 92 steps. On the other hand, the Vwar S7 Ultra 4G has counted 120 steps, so the pedometer is working quite well in my opinion, and for a longer run, I think that it will show better values as it was just casual walking in my room, and when walking or running outside, the results will vary and I think they will be better. Other than that, we have the sedentary reminder here, we have the walk or the pedometer application here, and we also get the sleep detection application here which records your sleep data. And talking about the environment instructions, sleep less than 5 hours cannot be scientifically calculated and is counted as sporadic naps, and the sleep data provided is for reference only. If you take a look at the rest of the applications, as I showed you earlier, we also get browser inside it. Then we also have calculator here. It also supports scientific functions here, although I'm not seeing quite a basic function, which is the percentage option. Then we have calendar here, and you can also tap here to add events. Then you can also add contacts inside it, and not just that, you can also add contacts using Bluetooth, VCF card, or import contacts from your SIM card. We have the stopwatch and timer application here. You can tap here to start it, and then tap here to add as many laps as you want. Let's see if we can go back. Yes, we can, and the stopwatch will continue to run in the background, which is a quite good option. Then here we have timer, so let's go ahead and set a timer for 1 second, and when the timer ends, it starts to ring and vibrate, which is a very good option and a major thing missing in the Bluetooth smartwatches. Then you can also add alarms in it, and just like an Android smartphone, after setting the alarm, you can also change many ringtones. You can also select ringtones from your songs, and it also has the snooze option. So I've turned on the alarm, let's wait for it. Here's how the alarm is shown. It rings as well as vibrates, and also has the snooze option right here. You get the flashlight application here, which will turn on a white page with full brightness, which is going to help a lot in the darkness. And in the end, we have the compass application. If using for the first time, you will have to calibrate it first, and after that it's going to start working. And then we have the file explorer, where you can take a look at all of your files. In the end, if we talk about the battery, then it comes with a battery capacity of 950 mAh. And if I talk about my personal experience, then I've been working on this video for about 1.5 hours, in which it has gone down from 85% to 60%, losing 25% of the battery, which is explainable and understandable since it's an Android watch and I was continuously using Wi-Fi, Bluetooth and mobile data on it, and it was also connected with my smartphone to receive push notifications. During this time, I was also using the location services to show you the Google Maps. I also used many Android applications, and the display was turned on continuously since then. According to that, in my opinion, that it's a quite good battery life, and with normal usage it can give you around a day of battery life. And this will be all from Vwar S7 Ultra 4G. So guys, what do you think about it? In my opinion, it is the watch you all had been looking for. I still remember all of you were commenting that you want a Samsung Watch Ultra replica which can run Android. So finally it is here. So if you would like to place an order, you can find the link given in the description box, and I will really appreciate if you can use that link to purchase the smartwatch. For the upcoming videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I will catch you in the next one. Until next time, this is iMAT. Peace.